We're here in the exclusive Ocean Reef working with Tritech Construction on this massive wine cellar. So I'm gonna take you guys on a quick little walkthrough and show you guys what this wine cellar looks like. So when you walk in here, this is gonna be the foyer of the house. You walk in, you enter, and this is gonna be all glass doors, 10 foot tall. You're gonna see directly into the wine cellar. It's gonna be really, really cool. As you look through the center of the wine cellar, you're gonna see a peninsula with a waterfall that comes dropping down, which we'll show you guys on the design here shortly. Here on the glass panels in the front next to the doors, we're gonna do elevation series, which is our acrylic cradles with Magnum displays. So we'll have Magnum bottles almost like floating in front of the panels with lighting on the top and the bottom, which is gonna look really, really cool. So a big part of this wine cellar is the infrastructure that's needed to get it going. So if you see here, we have crawl space underneath the house. We're able to get low voltage lines on the floor for the wood base, which will hold the lighting integrated into the millwork. That'll shine up on the bottles. And then we're gonna do the same thing up top on the millwork that shines down on the bottles. So all these magnums that'll be floating in front of the glass panels will have some type of light effect. When you walk in, you're gonna have all the millwork on the left. We have a goal of almost 3,000 bottles in this wine cellar. So trying to get as much bulk storage as possible, single cradles up top, angled bottle view to really showcase some really cool wines. Like I said, we have our waterfall peninsula that'll come down in the center of the door. As you walk this way, we had to run some low voltage lines down here from the crawl space up because we're gonna have an island. Client really wanted an island that's movable. So we're gonna hide some casters underneath the island. You won't be able to see it, but you'll have low voltage lines wrapped up underneath where you can move the island back and forth and still be able to use your ladder and get up to the super high bottles up top. Like I said, we're trying to get 3,000 bottles, so we have to get as much space as possible in this wine cellar. So as you move this island this way, you're able to access all of the big bottles on a ladder. Over here, we have a little niche area. We'll have a niche with a nice little backsplash, showcase some really cool bottles on that countertop. And that's pretty much it on the wine cellar side. Another big portion of this wine cellar, the most important thing is the infrastructure for cooling. If you're gonna hold 3,000 bottles, you obviously, a client like this is gonna have some very expensive bottles that need to be cooled and aged properly. So we have the dual whisper cool. The size of this wine cellar, we needed to get a high BDU load, so we run our loads and we incorporate the glass, the insulation, everything gets incorporated into this wine cellar. And these cooling units are specified specifically for this space. So we did 2 dual 8,000 whisper cools. What we have to do is properly frame them. We have to incorporate wood in the framing so that we have no metal on metal touching for condensation. We have to run all the refrigerant lines. We need to install these whisper cools first with some type of drywall, as you see here. And then that lets us insulate around them and start working on the rest of the wine cellar. So if you see here, these 2 whisper cool units have refrigerant lines that run down this wall. And what we did on this unit, we always got to find a way to get these refrigerant lines outside for our condenser. We had to run them down underneath the crawl space, and I'm going to walk you guys over there now to see where the condenser sits. So come check it out. And here is where we work with our partners with Tritech, and we specify exactly where these things are going to sit. So we have all of our AC units outside. We were able to bring the refrigerant lines up here, and we're going to pretty much mount our condenser up there on the side of the house on a stand.